Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Manager 2017 with Newcastle United, and today we are kicking off against Bournemouth. We are in the midst of a very tough run of games because of the tight fixture list. We've now got to play Bournemouth just a couple of days after the fantastic EFL Cup final victory. Go back and watch last episode if you want to see us win our first piece of silverware. We then have a game against Southampton. Then it's Villarreal just a few days later, Bolton in the FA Cup quarter-final, Villarreal again, and Chelsea in the league. It's a very tough run of matches. That said, we got quite a fresh team. I have made quite a lot of changes. Vilhena, the only player who I wouldn't normally start for fitness reasons. He's the only player having to play. Campbell is on the left, Vasquez on the right, Origi up top. Vilhena is alongside Wijnaldum with Witsel behind, and the defence is a little bit makeshift with Joe Gomez coming on the left and Mbemba on the right. Vilhena to Wijnaldum. Joe Gomez is on the left flank. He comes inside. The ball's drifting around, and Vasquez has put us ahead inside 28 seconds. I was not expecting that, but we've got a goal up. Abdullahi's corner. Witsel heads it away. Wijnaldum should get there first and does. He's got players with him. Joel Campbell with lots of pace finds Vilhena. Man still inside if he can pick him out, but Murray gets across with a tackle. Ball cleared awfully to Wijnaldum, and Vasquez nearly gets a second. Lucas Silva forward to Origi. We've had so many chances to get a second goal in the game, and I'm getting quite nervous, especially now that Bournemouth are counter-attacking with Yanga. Back to Arta. Abdullahi on the right-hand side. Sends the ball in, and there's Yanga who's hit the post, and that was the chance for them. Vasquez puts the corner in, Lascelles is there, Lucas Silva to Mangala, and we finally get the goal. We've had so many opportunities to take a second goal since that first one. We finally get it. Well, the result was comfortable in the end. The team left me on a knife edge for the majority of it. I had a feeling Bournemouth were going to get an equaliser from nowhere. But instead we've managed to hang on, and we've beaten our bogey team twice in as many matches. It's absolutely brilliant because it means we're now 4 points clear of Chelsea, who are 5th. Just 10 games to go. And it's so tight. Well, for the away match against Southampton, we are back to pretty much full strength. We've got Pulisic on the left, Campbell on the right, and Origi still up top. It's Wijnaldum and Kovacic in the centre with Lucas Silva in defensive midfield. And Rahman's back on the left, Chambers back on the right, and Keane and Mamana starting in the centre. Free kick from Virgil van Dijk of all people, and it's gone all the way in, and Southampton have got the lead. Boufal charging down the left flank. Kovacic has the ball. Wijnaldum over to Pulisic. We're looking to get the instant reply if we can. It's Wijnaldum now. Outside to Campbell. That was perfectly done, and he should have pulled it across to Origi for a tap-in. Header knocked on, and Wijnaldum's in there. He's had 2 bites, 3 bites. Origi, finally! I think that was 4 efforts, and Wijnaldum's offside. It's disallowed. Oh, that's so frustrating. Batshuayi sends the ball back to Keane, and he's given it away to Tadic. And we're at risk on the counter-attack as Tadic beats the defender, puts the cross into Mina, and Murray has touched it onto the post. We get an escape. Van Dijk tries to clear it. He's given it straight to Kovacic, who's having a run at the edge of the area, goes for goal, straight at Forster. Vilhena sends the ball out wide to Campbell. The ball is tried to be played over the top. Kovacic does just pick it up, and now Chambers on the right. Is there a last chance? Puts it in, and it's gone out of play. That will be the full-time whistle once this goal kick is taken. There it is. Another annoying defeat. There have been so many of these this season. It's the only reason we're not really in the title race. I mean, if you look at the schedule and the games that we've had, the last few defeats, away against Southampton, away against Huddersfield, at home against Hull, away against Arsenal, but then away at Middlesbrough, away at Wolves, away at West Ham, away at Bournemouth. Those are all games that we should have won. I mean, even if we didn't win them all, it's expected to lose a couple of games. So even if we'd won 3 of those games, we'd be on 63 points, 2nd in the league, chasing the title. It's so frustrating to be losing those games. I've got no idea why that's happening. We are still clear of Liverpool by 3 points, but Chelsea and Stoke can close that down even further to just a 1-point gap again. And every time we build a little breathing room, we throw it away. And I can only assume it's because we're playing so many matches this season that the team are really struggling with fitness. It's a full-strength team being sent out at home against Villarreal. We're playing Bolton in the FA Cup, so I'm hoping a full-strength team will get the job done at home. Then we can play a reasonable team against Bolton, and then it's Villarreal again after that, and hopefully by that point we can rest a few players. But I think this is probably the game that we do need the full-strength team in. It's also good to get morale back up. I don't want to risk 2 defeats in a row. So Origi, Pulisic and Vasquez are up top. Vilhena, Kovacic and Witsel in the centre. Rahman, Mangala, Mamana and Keane making up the back four. Corner for Villarreal early in the first half. Lacazo puts it over. Rodri's there. Dilibogi cleared off the line by Keane. Kovacic sends the ball forward to Origi. He's put it over the top for Vasquez. Takes to the byline, pulls it across to Pulisic, and their header is powerful enough to beat Asenio in the goal. And we have got the lead. Villarreal have offered nothing since that goalmouth scramble. It's been all us, and we get the goal we deserve. Mamana finds Mangala. Now Babaram, and we pull the entire match over to the left-hand side. It's Vilhena in the centre, loses the ball there, just about gets it back. It's a bit of a scramble. Bruno tries to clear it. Bakambu further forward. Vilhena's won the ball and put it through for Origi, who hammers it home for 2-0. Witsel finds Kovacic. Outside to Babarahman. He just holds up the ball, finds Vilhena in a good area. There's Origi. It's getting increasingly comfortable now. 3-0 up. Well, it's a very comfortable victory in the end, and it sets us up well to put a strong team out against Bolton in the FA Cup before the return leg, where 1 goal would leave Villarreal needing 5. Well, I just want to let you know that the FA Cup suddenly became incredibly interesting because Leicester have knocked out Spurs, which means we are probably the biggest team left in this draw. It's crucial we beat Bolton now and get that place in the semi-final. Well, there's a few changes to the team, just keep the first 11 as fresh as possible. We got Batshuayi coming in for Origi. There's no problem there because Batshuayi's also got 20 goals this season. Wijnaldum has come into the centre for Vilhena. Lucas Silva in for Witsel. Joe Gomez is in at left back. Otherwise, it's as you were from the win against Villarreal. Well, I've got no idea what's going on, but there wasn't a single highlight in that entire match. And I don't, if you're not aware, they have changed the FA Cup rules so that quarterfinals no longer go to a replay. That was one of my biggest concerns. I did not want the extra match. We are now going to extra time against Bolton, and we have to score soon. Witsel finds Vasquez out on the right, straight from kickoff. He whips it in. Origi's in there. It's Witsel over to Pulisic with space, and Pulisic smashes it in. And we can breathe a sigh of relief. I thought this was destined to go to penalties, but we've got the goal. Lucas Silva finds Michael Keane, swings the ball in towards Pulisic. It is cleared out. Gomez on the ball, finds Vilhena. Now Origi to Vasquez to Pulisic, and it has gone in. The floodgates are opening. Finally, we've broken down their dam. Vasquez sends the ball through. Origi's going to latch onto it. Bolton are so tired, and we've made it 3-0. 3 goals in about 4 minutes after 100 minutes with nothing. Vilhena. Now Origi runs past the defender, still going. Now fitness really started to tell in this match. Although Moth has managed to get in behind our defence, and somehow he scored. And I don't know what's happened in this game. After so long with no goals, we've had 4 in about 5 minutes. Origi. Ball comes out to Witsel. Now Michael Keane on the overlap, sends the ball across. Pulisic is there, he's gone down in the penalty area. We've got the penalty and Pulisic will have a chance for a hat-trick. Pulisic gets his hat-trick, it's 4-1. Well, there is the final whistle. We can breathe a sigh of relief. It looks so much more convincing than it was. I want to have a look at the timestamps on those goals because I think that was 5 goals in a 6-minute period. After 105 minutes with nothing, we get 5 goals in 6 minutes. And the FA Cup semi-final draw is on. We're going to Wembley for the 2nd time this season, and it's Leicester against Stoke, which means that we play Bournemouth, who we played in our last match at Wembley. We've beaten them twice in a row, but they will always be the bogey team on this save, I think, and they will be desperate for revenge. We've made quite a few changes to the team for this match against Villarreal. That said, it's still a fully fit and very strong team, and I'm hoping we can get an early away goal that would leave Villarreal needing 5 if they're going to overturn us. We've got Julian Green on the left with Wijnaldum on the right, Batshuayi leading the line, Loftus-Cheek and Vilhena in the centre with Witsel behind them. Then it's Rahman, Lascelles and Bemba and Chambers. And we are lucky to have such a strong squad throughout. We don't really have any extra dead weight. So it means that we can play almost anybody in the squad and still get a good result. So I'm hopeful that we will be able to get a win, keep the morale high, but I will settle for just getting through to the quarterfinals. Corner comes in for Villarreal. Victor Ruiz trying to make something happen. Witsel's got it though, and he clears the ball out wide to Green. We've got players in plenty of space. We're spreading the play brilliantly. Chambers on the ball. He needs to go on a little run. Instead he sends it into Vilhena. Loftus-Cheek to Batshuayi. Batshuayi turns his man, and Batshuayi gets the away goal. And any nerves about this match are surely settled with that. What a goal. Soriano to Bakambu. There's the ball through, and Lescano's playing off the shoulder of the last defender and has got 1 goal back for Villarreal. Chambers, good ball to Green, who heads it down. Man free on the left is Baba Rahman. Lots of space for him. It is just kicked away, but we've still got it. Witsel to Rahman again. This time he comes inside to Loftus-Cheek. It's Julian Green in a good area. Through to Batshuayi. Off the post. Lascelles looking for that brilliant crossfield ball to Chambers. He takes the touch, sends the ball in. Julian Green's off the crossbar. Well, there is the full-time whistle. We're into the quarter-final of the Europa League, our first European quarter-final for a very, very long time. Something certainly to look forward to. Here is the quarter-final draw for the Europa League, and it's big teams still left in there. We've got the likes of Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool and Napoli, who we want to avoid. Hopefully we get Hertha or Lille. Wolfsburg would be fine too, but let's see where we come up. Wolfsburg and Lille, so there'll be 1 free pass in the semi-finals. Chelsea and Hertha, so it is a big team we're playing, and it's Atletico and Liverpool, so we are against Napoli, probably the best of the big teams to have to play. And Atletico Liverpool will be interesting because it means one of the other big teams is definitely going out. I'm hopeful we can actually win this competition. I think over 2 legs we could definitely take out Liverpool. Chelsea and Atletico would be much more difficult, so hopefully they are taken out by other teams. But if we want to win the competition, we've got to beat the best. Well, the game against Chelsea is quite a big one. If we just have a look at the league table, we are down to 6th now. We've got 2 games in hand on some of the teams, just the 1 game in hand on Chelsea. If we lose, we will fall 5 points behind them in 4th place. That's going to be quite difficult to make up, even with the games in hand, especially with so many matches still to play. I mean, Murray at the moment, I don't know how many games, he's already up to 53 games, and we've still got, how many? 9 here would take him to 62, 5 here, 67, another 2 here puts him on 69 games. He could play 69 games this season, and don't forget Woodman's played 2 as well. Ospina played a couple. We will have played over 70 games this season if we keep going in all of our competitions. It's absolutely incredible how tired this team is going to be by the end of the season. So if we lose this game, I might turn my attention to the Europa League, because winning that would give us Champions League qualification, but I want to do it through the league if we can. It's a big risk trying to win a competition to qualify for Europe. We are guaranteed the Europa League because we won the EFL Cup, and we have got a good chance of winning the FA Cup as well, but the Champions League is what we're after. In terms of the team for today's match, Baba Rahman and Witsel are maybe not as fit as they could be, but everybody else is in pretty good shape after resting them for the match against Villarreal, so I'm hopeful that we can get a surprise result away at Stamford Bridge. Baba Rahman finds Vilhena. Now Witsel in a good area. Picks out Kovacic. There's Michael Keane of all people. And Michael Keane has scored. What he was doing that far up the pitch, I do not know, but he's finished it like a striker. Fred looking for Diego Costa, who's got in Murray with a good save, but Hazard's there. Murray again was in the way. Fred puts the ball across and we've got it back. Kovacic to Vilhena. Origi is out on the right as Vazquez got injured, so Batshuayi's up front. Here is Vilhena to Batshuayi. Slips it into Pulisic. Courtois with a save. Origi Can't keep the ball. Origi trying to find Batshuayi, but the ball cut out. Hazard turns in field. Still going, looks for Diego Costa, who does lash it into that bottom corner, and it's an equaliser Chelsea probably do deserve. Corner from Hazard. Cleared out by Vilhena, but there's a foul. It's a handball. Vilhena's given away the penalty. Might be further punishment too. It's a yellow card for Vilhena. It's a Belgian on the penalty. And he's put it in the bottom corner, never in doubt, and Chelsea have taken the lead. That is the full-time whistle. We had so many chances to get a second goal in that game, Batshuayi in particular. Instead, we've lost the match. It's rather disappointing to do so. It means we're now 6th. If we win our game in hand, we are just 1 point behind United, 2 points behind Chelsea. So it's not over yet, but we have to win that game in hand. Well, that is the final match of the episode over. Important to know that Arsenal beat Liverpool, so Liverpool won't be able to catch us too easily. If we do get that win, we will be in a good position, but there's a long way still to go. Next episode, we've got some very interesting matches, starting at home against league leaders Spurs. That's going to be tough, but I think we can win it. Then Napoli are either side of United, with Liverpool just after, and then Sunderland away. That is going to really decide our season. Luckily, the FA Cup semi-finals a bit later, but there's not much rest period between these matches. It's going to be such a tough episode. We could end up losing our chance of the Champions League through the league and through the Europa League. So make sure you subscribe so that you can see what does happen in the next episode. The video will go up tomorrow. And there's only a couple of episodes left to the end of the season. So very interesting times. It's been such a long season. It's been very difficult. But we're doing well. We're still in there. And until next time, see ya.